couple more rookie designer contest playthroughs. Um, since I have lost track of, or I don't know what the publish order was for the last couple. Stop that. Yep. Early disclaimer: there may or may not be cat-related interruptions throughout this playthrough, but we'll get through it. Hopefully, it won't be too jarring. And if you will stop batting at my microphone, then we can work this out. One sec. There we go. So, since I have since I have no idea what the publish order is for the last couple, I'm gonna switch up the order in which I do these. I am just going to go ahead and start doing these in the order that they. I think. I'm just doing them in the order that they are listed on the contest thread, which I believe is in the order of which people signed up. So, and then I'll just skip the couple that I've done already. So, in that case, we'll be jumping back to the start and doing Ben's Marlette Falls. Alright. And then, other disclaimer, obviously, everything I say in these reviews is just my opinion. Um, and it should just be taken as such. I'm just gonna point out stuff I notice. It may be nitpicky. You don't have to listen to it. Whatever. Totally your call. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I need to get Twitch set up on my phone. What am I doing? Kitty, will you stop? Stop it. Everything that has a cord on it is a toy, so which I guess is to be expected. I just need to make sure that he does not chew on my phone cable, because I need that in. Stop it! Alright. Alright, first things first. Obviously, this one seems framed pretty nicely. I like the look off the tee. Stop it. Oh, God. You're so hopeless. Come on. Sorry. Yeah, where was it? Yeah, so it's framed nicely. Sculpting, surfacing looks solid. Not sure. Give me one sec. Alright, fine. If you cannot leave this alone, you're leaving. Come on. Alright, much better. So, yeah, I like the options off the tee here. Let's see. I'm not sure this is reachable in 2. I have to check. I mean, it probably is just reachable in 2. We'll find out. In which case, that might be able to render that hazard redundant. Nope. If you carry it, you can make it there. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I don't really have any issues with that first bunker, seeing as okay, it guards you from, you know, you have to hit a smaller target if you want to go for the green in 2, and you can do it. So there actually is a reward for taking on that hazard, but you have to putt it first. Let's see. I forgot to double check my audio settings. Yep, we're good there. Is Ryan joining in tonight? Oh, Ryan. Unfortunate, probably. Let's see. I don't know why chat isn't coming up on my phone. Well, we'll see if this works. Hopefully chat stuff pops up. He was here for a minute, but he just insisted on continually trying to chew on my phone charger. So he's been temporarily kicked out of the room. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have a ton to add to this one. Um, I like the planting and whatnot. I'm seeing the kind of red flowers thrown in there, which I dig. Um, I don't know. I guess I wish they were highlighted a little bit more, because I think one of the little things that this course needs is a little bit of color. I don't know. Like, I can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. My phone wasn't updating chat, so I had no idea when you posted those comments. I just saw it when I flipped over to Streamlabs for a second. So, yeah, it's a little what do you want to call it? Hypocritical to to nitpick the color palette of this course, considering it's very similar to the last one I did. Um, but there's just like this very big swaths of that kind of uninterrupted brown, heavy rough texture. So it's like I feel like there's a couple spots where you'd need to, you know, sprinkle a little bit of color in. So I like what he did with the flowers. I just like to see those highlighted a little bit more. Yeah, I'm really digging the planting on this course. If I'm being totally honest, I mean, hey Dion, how's it going? Like the brown look on this course certainly isn't bad, but part of me wants I'd love to see what it looks like with like a green heavy rough texture. Now it doesn't need to be like lush, but one of the kind of like duller green colors that isn't the full brown might be interesting. 'Cause I don't know if this needs the full dormant grass type treatment. Like I feel like I'd love to see this. I don't know if the end result would be better or not, but I'd love to see a version of this course that was like greener rough, and then like kind of whiter sand texture. That might make some of the stuff pop to me, but it's that experimentation thing. This could be the best look for the course. No idea. That I think that might it would definitely highlight the like the kind of pine straw natural areas, like that browny stuff that comes up when you put a lot of trees down, and it would give you a little bit of contrast, and yeah, the your natural areas wouldn't look so kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of monotone, I guess. Again, these are just very minor nitpicks, because honestly, there's not a lot to tear apart on this course. It's pretty solid all the way through. Gets down into like minor creative choices, and like like individual feature ideas, that sort of thing. because there's not a lot of basic stuff that was missed here. Hey Dylan, how's it going? Yeah, this might be a quick playthrough because there's just, you know, there's not a lot to like have to stop and go pick out. It's like, yeah, okay, this is solid. Like, I really dig this big waste area bunker here. This is cool. Yeah, exactly. This is whether this style of course is up your alley or not is one thing, but as far as having a vision and executing it, this is up there. It's solid. I will say I think this course can get a little samey in stretches. Um and like I'd love to see a little bit more variety in kind of whole concepts um and environment. Like I've played this course I think maybe twice so far, and I think it's somewhere around 8 or 9 where like this big lake comes into play, which is really awesome. I think I'd like to see a little bit more of that mixed in just to break up the kind of flow of things. Uh well, Dion, this is definitely a contender. I don't it's way too early to, obviously to just call this one a winner, but uh like there's definitely a lot of great entries in this contest. To be fair, there's 17, solid entries, and a handful you know, that can easily contend for an overall win. This just happens to be one of them, I think. Yeah, and it's like, and it's not even an issue with any of the individual holes. They all work on their own. To me, I don't know if there was. Yeah, there we go. Like, it's just that there aren't a lot of holes that stand out and feel unique to me on that front stretch. Like, this is a really solid hole. Yeah, the framing is just immaculate. Yeah, I just I really have very little negative to say about this one. This is solid. Do I design this? I mean, uh, yes, I do design in this game. No, this design is not mine. I'm doing. Let's see. Is it still working? Okay, yeah, we're still working. Yeah, I'm doing. This is a playthrough for the rookie design competition. This is one of the entries in it. Yeah, okay. I'm really digging this hole, and it definitely feels both unique and distinct from the holes that came before it. Like this is definitely a memorable hole. If I remember, yes, this is the second shot I remember. Hey Midway, how's it going? Like this is just a wild shot. This is awesome. I really dig this shot. Oh, all right. Yeah, because it's very reachable, but if you miss, oh my goodness, you're punished on this hole, which is great. Like this is the quintessential risk reward thing where you can. Looks like Pinehurst all burned out. Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of that vibe to it. Ooh, there we go. Birdie somehow. That's right. I think it was 9, or maybe not. Maybe it's 10. I'm thinking of. I thought somewhere around the turn it introduces that big lake. Yeah. Yeah. I think like this is a long enough hole that I don't think that you need to pinch driver this much. Like I'd pick one of these two bunkers. I don't think it needs both of them because you're kind of taking out a lot of options on a, or I should say, you're taking out a lot of safe options on a very long par four with kind of a smallish green. It's like the green and the length of the hole, to me, are the challenge of this hole. And I don't think you need both of those bunkers. Again, it's a very minor thing. It's very playable. I just it's one of those kind of uncomfortable tee shots where I just I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing with it. But very very minor critique there. Yes, yeah. This is Ben's entry. Yeah, this one, like it's definitely a solid hole, but just visually it feels kind of empty compared to the rest of what we've seen on this one. Like you could probably sprinkle in a little bit of like a waste area here to break up that like kind of ocean of sand and bring in some of the surrounding areas a little tighter to this hole. It just it this part feels just a little empty and overly expansive compared to the rest of the course. But yeah, this is the one that where the lake starts coming into it, which is just an awesome backdrop. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Mayday or Midway. Um, I think that's definitely a critique a lot of us had. I think where like a lot of the holes felt a little samey. I mean, there's definitely a lot of unique holes in here, but there's like the kind of archetypical hole for this course that shows up a couple times. I think. So you can get deja vu playing some of these shots. So that's definitely a valid critique of this one. Oh yes, that was a terrible hole. Okay, like oof, like this is a great view. Yeah, I think, and admittedly, like I'm sure, like on a lot of like it might just be because I have like a crazy aspect ratio on my monitor. Um, so that I get a little bit a different picture than most people are looking off the tee. But I feel like you could fill in this area off to the left just a little bit, just to kind of frame the hole a little more. But otherwise, like really, really solid look here. Definitely, definitely digging this one. Where do I put this one? Yeah, I guess this is like it's kind of the general theme on this one, is it tends to get just a little. Uh, you have a crazy as what? Huh? Sorry, I don't. I'm not following your comment, Jeremy. I don't know what that's referencing. I'm probably spacing and missing something. I think he gets a little cutesy with his bunkers. Like they tend to. Like I think he might be. Oh, crazy aspect ratio. Oh, okay, okay. See, I'm trying to juggle so many things that I kind of forget what I've said. It's all very stream of consciousness, so I'm really not registering what exactly I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. No worries. Framing empty space from tee to fairway is hard. Any suggestions in that area? Um, I don't know. Like it's to a certain extent, you kind of have to. You just have to have an eye for it a little bit, which like you can. It's definitely a skill you can learn, but I'm not sure how I would. I'm not sure how I would teach that. And to a certain extent, it's just about like breaking up big open areas and kind of figuring out like what what draws your eye, that sort of thing. Like if the thing that your eye is naturally drawn to off the tee shot is something completely off the hole, then then it's yeah. Yeah, I agree with Mayday there. It's just I don't know. It almost comes down to like if you really want to break it down, it almost comes down to art theory stuff of just like to me, I think you can treat tee shots as as a composition, at least visually. And again, and that's not something that's that important in the grand scheme of things. Like that's one of the last things I'm looking for somebody to do as a designer. But to me, I think that's something that all of the top, like the really top guys, do well over. Like your kind of like B rung stuff is either they consciously do it or just kind of have a natural eye for it. If they just know how to lay stuff out and present the golf hole in a manner that's kind of pleasant to look at. I like the little stairs and the split fairway here. I don't know. I think it gets yeah. There's a little bit of like open space out here. See, it's like you've done so well in planting and framing all of these areas that anywhere that's not perfect almost looks slightly off on this course. What would I have done on the Yeah, it's I keep doing what he did, everywhere else with like, you can sprinkle a couple trees, some bushes, like scrub areas, throw some rocks. It's just that when you have um, like big open areas, you want to sometimes you want to break those up a little bit. Like if there's all this stuff over to the right and all that stuff to the left wasn't there, like this hole would look a little funny. It would look kind of imbalanced. So he's got all the techniques down of how to make visually interesting stuff, and he's framed a lot of his shots very very well. There's just a couple on this course that he's only framed like regularly well, not exceptionally well. Yeah, exactly. And I definitely spend a lot of time on that myself, but admittedly probably too much time. But I think, a part of that's just going to be natural due to my background of just like that's I like doing that. I want to make my tee shots and my approach shots visually interesting as a composition. Let's see. Well, this one's going quick. I might actually have time for three before I don't want to stream into to Jeremy too much. So maybe I give three a shot this evening. Yeah, I really dig this lake. I don't I don't know how feasible it is with the plot because it's hard to zoom out and like get a feel for how it's all laid out, but I would almost love to see you make like a second one of those, like a smaller little lake like that and feature that in your course a little bit. Like you could probably make almost like a higher elevation one and kind of loop some holes kind of near around it, something like that. That would definitely give a little bit of variety to the course. Yeah, exactly. Like like you can still definitely frame approach shots and stuff, assuming that like there's a specific area that you're aiming for. Like if you're doing a par 5, I like to try and frame my like if it's a reachable par 5, I try to frame like my approach shot so that if you hit a good drive and you can go for it in two, that's where you get a good view of the hole or the green. I mean, okay, yeah, I'm really digging this hole and the way like with the whole like the lake as the backdrop and the kind of big cliff coming into play. Like I'd almost love to see this cliff come in a little bit more and to give you because you kind of just flirt with that idea of the a big heroic carry over the canyon, but I'd almost love to see it like as more of a forced carry versus like just the edge of one, if that makes sense. Oh well, I guess like let's see, because I think I probably am not gonna do the next two as quickly as this one. I would have to do them pretty quick in order to not step on Jeremy's stream at all. But whatever, I can try and do two. I wanna. Part of me wants to get these playthroughs done and just not have to worry about finding time for them. So maybe I'll try and fit in three this evening since I'm already sitting down and doing them. Are you doing all the rookie courses? Yes, yes I am. Do you play on a tour? Yes, sort of. I'm in CCA. I don't play every week, and I'm absolutely not competitive. Uh, I'm barely hanging in there, and that's kind of how I've always been. Is that like I might finish in the top 50 once or twice, and that'll clear. Like I'll place just high enough to like clear demotion strikes, but never good enough to actually earn any promotion marks. So so it's kind of the I think if I just have a couple bad weeks, I'll get bumped down to CCB, but I'm just kind of generally stuck on CCA. No worries, man. I'm like I don't know about the brutal part, but I at least try to be honest on all the playthroughs. Like if I see something and I don't like it, I'm not gonna just tell you it's good. But anyone else froze? Well, let's see. Uh, nope. I mean, at the very least, it looks like it's still running on my end, so I can't comment on whether or not your stream did freeze. But at the very least, it's I don't think it's down. That's a nice look. Yeah, I mean, like, it's a very tiny nitpick, but like in terms of how grand the rest of this course has been, um, like visually stunning and like great backdrops and all that sort of stuff. The 18th kind of feels almost like a little bit of a letdown's the wrong word, but kind of underwhelming compared to the other stuff that that you've shown us on this course. Kind of like a links course where you have 1 and 18 are the boring inland holes, and then all the other stuff is on the ocean and exciting. Where it's like after you've been out on on the seashore, you kind of come back in and you're like, oh, okay, well, we're, we're just kind of coming back down. But like other than a couple minor things, like this is I really like this course. This is an awesome course. Just visually, just a masterpiece from start to finish. Plays interesting. Yeah, there is a lot to like about this one. It's a really solid effort. Anyway, so I'll probably cut the stream here just so I can cut it up for YouTube and stuff. I will be right back with the next one, which looks like it is. It looks like it is Sweet Tooth Hills. So that'll be interesting. Um, all right. Well, I'll see everybody in a minute. And we'll see how this goes. Thanks for tuning in.